I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, consideration of agenda. Just the four items. Did we get our second?
Second.
Thank you. All in favor? Aye. Not the couple, there's only a few of us, so that's the way it is. Okay, action items, acceptance of the Richter janitorial resignation. You guys got a copy of it, didn't you?
It's attached.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So is there any questions about that?
I mean, honestly, I did have a question about it, but it's like a.
Well, and you know,
I had but cleared up by now.
in that resignation, he mentions that he asked about clarification on some things.
Yeah, and I'm like,
So he talked to me one night. He called me at home one night. The next day, he wrote this letter. So I didn't even have a chance to get him that information at all. So, you know, he just wasn't even waiting for anybody to be able to respond or anything else. So anyway, we're on the flip side.
Okay.
Do you have any questions about that? The janitorial thing? Is the
the resignation?
Yeah.
No.
No, okay. Hello, I see you so long.
Yeah. You're the teacher again?
Well, I guess.
Oh. It's gonna be a. Next month, they're gonna go to, we missed the whole year. Yes.
$30 for that.
It's like they get it. Products which are coming. Thank you.
Thank you.
Do you know what?
All
A
right.
motion.
Yeah, we need a motion.
I will move to accept the resignation letter. Victor Janitorial.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, consideration of posting cleaning position, custodian or janitorial? Is that what that's for? Or both?
I think it's
Just to decide which
one.
one to do?
Which one we want to do?
I mean, can we look into both? Like,
What is the difference?
So custodian is our employee
Okay,
and the janitorial service would be.
okay,
like-
I into the service word. Got it.
So I kind of like what Pammy just said, because that's what's been bouncing around my head. Can we advertise for custodian? But in the meantime, look at what other cleaning services are out there in the event we don't find one. Right? I forwarded a link to Shannon just because I don't know if you're doing groundwork of looking up stuff or whatever. That way you have it. Just a cleaning service that was highly recommended. I don't know if they come out to Marion. I don't know if they'll do a school.
Okay,
But she cleans my husband's bank building and
Okay.
not she, her company. But it's a Ukrainian woman and her daughter, are the main ones. And then they have like employees up 30, I think, or something. She used to work for one of the big janitorial services. They didn't have high enough standards for her. So I'm like, oh, I like that. I like the sense of that.
yeah.
And she also thought I could manage this maybe better than it's being managed. And so she started her own business and trained her daughter and trained a bunch of people. And he just can't say enough good about it. He's like, they're approachable, they're easy to work with, they're always on time, they get the job done. It's amazing. But again, we don't know. I don't know what their range is or.
I did have an idea
Really?
as far as the custodian goes. If we start looking for a custodian also, because the summer is just not that laborious of work necessarily for them. It occurred to me that we could, if we do the custodian, that's a person, ask them not to work for several months of the year, or minimal work for several months of the year is really hard. Someone said, why don't we put the grounds work position in the custodian thing for the summer?
Mhm.
So in the summer, they pick up the grounds.
So they have something
one
they're doing
person
daily.
Doing
Yeah.
both.
That's an idea.
Yeah, because they could actually like set the sprinklers and they'll be in here,
Yeah.
In your,
in
the
here.
last custodian that we had, one before that,
Mhm.
he did that. He
Yeah.
did custodial, and then he did the grounds work.
He did.
So it would be nice just to have one less person if we go that route.
That's an idea like that.
Because then you could keep someone.
Yeah.
I did reach out to a gal that I know that does some cleaning of some homes up here. And I talked with her yesterday and I told her we'd be looking. And she said that they're really, really busy, but she would keep her eyes and ears open and maybe mention it to anyone else
Okay.
that she knows that does cleanings. She goes, what are you looking at? I said, cleaning the classrooms and the bathrooms 4 days a week, pretty much, in the evenings.
Yep.
And she said, all right, so that, and I said the rest of it would be after we would talk with somebody to let them know exactly what we were looking for.
Yeah.
So she said, I know one person in Lakeside that does commercial cleaning, but that's too far to drive. I said, yeah, that would be
That
too
is a
far
lot.
to drive. So if we could find somebody closer. that
Unless
would-
one of them has people who already live out this way, right? It might work
Right.
for them.
Yeah, that would be good. So,
So if it's a custodian, like, is it the same, like evening hours type of thing?
mhm.
Late afternoon into the.
Yes, every school I worked at had, they would come in like a couple hours before school ended, like 2 hours at, I mean, throwing it out there, like 2 hours before school ended, and then into the evening. And they did that for like, if there was a game that night, they could real quick sweep the gym before anybody came or help set up the gym for a game or, I mean, this is bigger school, but that's just what they, and then they were in case there was something so they could talk to the staff and the kid, this can go up here. Stuff, or I don't know, or it could be evening. It just maybe just depends on what the person,
What they can do
What
and,
they can
and,
do.
yeah, what they're looking at.
like, oh, I want complete evening or I'd like a day to, how many hours?
That's about, when we had a custodian in the past, is it like a full-time 40-hour a week?
It's 15 classrooms, 10 bathrooms, the hallways and the gym.
So I feel like when we had a custodian before, it wasn't quite full time, but we've grown, like our space has grown since then, right?
10
Trying to
bathrooms,
remember.
10 toilets.
10,
Excuse me.
I want to say it was,
no, 10 bathrooms. So we have
Yeah.
4 bathrooms in the middle school, 2 bathrooms over here, 2 here and 2 here. So 10 total bathrooms. And what, that'd be 3 and 4, that's 7 toilets, 8,
Oh.
9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 toilets. 17 toilets, 10 bathrooms, and 15 classrooms with office, hallways, the gym.
does that count the adult bathrooms?
Yes.
And then, I don't see if there's any reason they couldn't come for longer on like a
Mhm.
Monday when you guys aren't here,
Yeah.
for example, or something, like get a bunch of cleaning done when nobody's here, if they wanted 5 days a week, right?
Yeah.
I think our last custodian, when I was here, did 6 hours a day for 5 days a week, which would be 30, right?
I'm trying to log in right now to see what hours our last custodian did.
But that was before we added the new
The new-
modular. So. I don't know.
Is that Paul?
Does it seem like?
Yeah.
No, before Paul, but Paul will probably do the same.
I would say looking at, so I took ChatGPT and I was like, how long would it take to do this? Like what I have on here,
Mhm.
and it said 6 to 8 hours a day, depending on, because it said you wanted to give at least an hour or two of flex in case one classroom's really messy, or there's a mess somewhere, they have to spend an hour cleaning, so that everything does have a chance to get done on the daily list.
Mm.
Because you never know, there could be a leprechaun explosion. Or straight, take extra time. But that's what ChatGPT said, because I have experience in this. What about you?
6 to 8 hours.
Since you were a custodian, what do you think?
I'm trying to think of how many classrooms be every day. Usually we try to do 15 minutes per room, about 20 minutes per bath. It's a pretty full clean.
How many classrooms are there?
15.
15 classrooms.
And then the office and stuff, that wouldn't be.
That office is separate.
15 times 15. 225, and then how many over the bathrooms? One night, no,
10 bathrooms.
10 bathrooms.
bathrooms.
But these, if you got 10 bathrooms in the school, they're gonna be smaller than the bathrooms that we were dealing with.
Yeah, there's like 1 to 2 toilets, except for these ones.
Yeah, it's like 8 toilets per bathroom.
Okay.
Doing two, it was like 4 bathrooms and with like 8 toilets.
That's like 7 hours, just that.
Yeah.
Bathrooms and classrooms.
And then
Additional
additional.
hallways. And just things that come up. So I think we could probably, the cafeteria,
Yeah.
right? I mean, the gym. I think we could justify full time at this point.
I think so.
That was helpful, just to get like an estimate.
Trying to keep looking around. I don't think you do.
Sorry.
I think you're good.
Oh, I think the year after Paul. Wonder it was fine in it.
So how many hours are we looking at?
We decided
8
40.
hours, so
40.
If they wanted to do.
So are you 40 hours for 4 days, so 10-hour days?
Or we could just ask them, can they work 5 days if they want to do 8 hours a day? Work Monday, I mean,
The
you
next
just ask,
When
right?
nobody's here. I don't see why.
So if they clean Friday, we'll be cleaning on Monday.
Well, they could clean the, well, that's true.
They've already cleaned Friday.
Mhm.
There's nobody here. Why are they cleaning on Monday?
Yeah. Or they can clean Monday instead of Friday.
I meant clean the, oh, I see what you're saying.
Or they could do the common areas on Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If it takes almost 7 hours to do the classrooms and the bathrooms.
Yeah.
Right,
Yeah.
They could do hallways and gym.
Jen.
I mean, whatever that person wanted to
Kitchen.
work 4 10s or 5 8s, we can sit down and design the schedule to match and make sense.
Right.
Because right now, the way the schedule is laid out wouldn't make sense without 4 days, but it could make sense. You just divide the classrooms a little differently.
It's also, if you think if you hire janitorial service, they might send 2 people out.
So they don't need as many hours because they're knocking it out in half their time.
And the lawyer should say you can't do hours for a service because then they're going to be your employee. So you have to, this is what we need you to
You
do
can have it, yeah, you can have a
and
contract.
however long it takes to do it.
Right. Makes sense.
So if you're doing an employee, then it'd be a full-time. But a service, it's just here's your task and
So then what's better for us? Custodian or janitorial service? Because if it's a custodian, then they're an employee. So then they're eligible for all that other stuff that we have to pay for as well. So we
Work
keep
comp.
that.
work comp and PERS, what they would be.
And we're looking at how much an hour.
But
for this
it'd be-
person.
Something it's a little easier to manage. Because you can go and say to that person, hey, you're
Not that we're
supposed to
gonna
be
do
doing
that,
this.
Right, so we
Whereas with the service,
It's 25.
It's difficult.
Is it 25?
Like with him, it was difficult.
Because we went down.
Unless you have like a super specific
I
contract.
don't even know that it has to be super specific, but I think from the get-go.
$35 an hour, yeah.
I'd say that's more than 35, yeah.
Yeah, so it'd be 25 an hour.
So I feel like that's just an expectation you have to set.
Yeah.
That's a good starting point.
25 times.
What did you say?
If we hire an employee, starting wage.
I'm trying to
is what
figure out
they're
what a starting
figure
wage-
out. The capital.
And what did you say?
We're thinking Caleb, if he had worked 40 hours a week, it's about 35 an hour, but we're thinking that's too much.
No, in
Down.
Anderson in Bozeman, they have a full-time person. They have like 1.5 as many times their kids, maybe a little bit more, and they pay $20 an hour, which I think is
We were thinking
a little
25.
low.
We were thinking
So
25.
wait, 25, 12 months out of the year?
Well, it's $25 an hour.
40 hours.
40 hours a week, 12
Yeah.
months out of the year though?
I don't know during the summer.
In summer, the hours might go down.
Because then that equates to 40
That
to
would
33 a
not-
month. And what were we paying Caleb?
We just moved the water.
Oh,
So that's 333 more per month than
No,
Not even 10.
no.
what Caleb was getting.
Because we were dividing 8 hours from 4 days, not 5 days. So it's 32 hours.
32 hours, that's what it was, okay. Yeah.
If we're doing, like, based on what Caleb, that's 48,000 divided by 52, that was, oops, sorry.
So if he'd done 40 or 20 hours a week. 40 hours a week, oh my gosh, my brain. God,
Like,
I know that. I did so much math today. I was helping with algebra 1 and my brain is fried. I'm like, oh, it's been a minute since I did algebra. Okay.
It's $3 an hour
Like
for
25.
an 8-hour day. $4,000 a month.
Which is what we've been paying.
But then we
And
are
that's additional for
pay work
projects.
comp,
That's what I'm
and we're
saying.
gonna have to pay
Right.
PERS.
Right.
So I guess in my mind, I'm trying to like make it make sense because we've already budgeted for that.
So
I
I
see
can
what
tell
you're
you,
saying.
Kyla. Kyla has 2 part-time. Custodians. One already quit. But they pay $18 to $19 an hour.
According to Indeed, the average custodian salary in Kalispell is $17.41 an hour.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
So if we did 20,
That's what I was wondering.
it would still be,
Money.
and then with all the PRS and all that other stuff would.
And they'd be eligible for sick leave and
Sick and
vacation. Right, so they would get benefits there.
So then they're basically an hourly employee with Caleb. It used to be, this is your fee. You can get it done in 5 hours, or if it takes you 10 hours, you don't get more, you don't get less. That's what it is.
Yes.
So then when you hire somebody who's an actual custodian, who's an actual position, if there's no benefit to them to finish quicker because they're gonna make less.
We'll just find more for them to do.
Well, we can start at 20 and see what we get.
So Kyla is 1661 to 1968 per hour, depending upon experience.
What do we pay our maintenance people?
30,
25.
Oh, 25.
But that's because they're on call.
Yeah. And they
20
get
seems-
guaranteed.
I don't want to go lower than 20 because
I wanted a little
it's not competitive at all.
Yeah.
And that would,
We could start at 20 and then if we
if they have
take
tons of
them up,
experience, or-
then we can do that. Gives us some wiggle room,
that's still, yeah, that's 4 weeks.
especially if the person lives up here.
Still
then-
less than we were paying Caleb, and then we have wiggle room for all the extras. Right, that we have to cover benefits and such. Yeah, if they live up here, probably it's a good deal for them.
Who did we use for the janitorial service before Caleb? Was it Flathead?
It's not a generator.
And we also use Palin janitorial for floors.
Which I thought they were great. They were great. Flight janitorial was.
I think Flathead janitorial was the one we were having a hard time with.
Yeah,
Consistency of.
yeah. And like if somebody was gone, they didn't always send somebody else. But they would, and yeah. I think that
Okay.
might be to this other.
All
gal
right,
that-
so do we want to start at 20 then?
Maybe start there and see what happens and look into that other service.
Yeah.
And reach out to other janitorial services in town too.
Yep.
Well, once we post it, then maybe some people will look at it and apply and
We'll have
come
to
to us
post
with.
it more places than we usually do though.
Well, I've got that, job service place that I was trying to find a nurse a couple years ago. They still email me and they do all, whatever, and try to see if they can
Oh,
help.
okay.
Like,
So we are going
It's
to
Blue
post
X
for a
We've hired
full-time
them before.
custodial position at $20 an hour.
So I'll make that motion.
Do you want it full-time 10 months out of the year? Or so, because it's not gonna be full-time.
Can we say
for the summer?
full-time 10 months out of the year with optional summer work?
There we go. There,
Yeah, part-time summer work.
Yeah.
yeah. It could be that, like you said, they could be in here working, or they could be
Do
out
the yards.
there working.
The ground.
But in the summer, if we don't have summer school, they're not gonna really need to do anything in here. I'm thinking summertime would be like doing the floors, like that kind
Yeah.
of thing.
Right, yeah, that's when they,
Possibly if Gary has stuff during the summer and the younger kids aren't available, maybe they could help him type of thing.
But like they could, let's say they needed to shampoo carpets, they could go out, start the sprinklers, come in, shampoo a room, let it dry while they go out, check the water, come back, you know.
Well, you can also have like someone really take care of the flower beds and
Yeah.
really take care of edging, like doing a really good job with that too versus, you know, what we can get
The
to.
landscaping.
Yeah.
Keep up on the landscaping
Yeah.
and water.
Not sure. It'd just be nice because I know Lisa does a pretty good job, but usually doesn't start until after school's out.
Right.
So it's really nice to have maybe, you could have a little bit of volunteer hours like in May. So then at graduation and stuff like that.
Yeah, good idea.
Or it doesn't leave abandoned, say. Because a lot of times, you know, we have part of the meeting and then yeah. Okay, come in community, you go mow the lawn when school's out. And so that would be kind of a that on anyone.
That's funny, but you're right.
no, you are right. You are
Yeah,
right.
rough.
Let it go, you know.
This is just like a little bit of.
Somebody make a note of that.
Put it in the give me.
Okay,
Oh, and I'll second. The night group.
okay, do we have any more discussion?
Hmm.
Okay, all those in favor?
Yeah.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay, consideration of Montana heating and cooling estimate.
Did you find out, Shannon, that it's okay to go ahead and just accept theirs because we have a
Nobody
contract with
responded.
them? Okay. Well, I didn't know the answer to one.
Yeah, so nobody knows the answer.
You mean, because like we didn't get.
Like, do we have to put out for another bid or we have a contract with them to do our electrical? Or can we just accept their bid, you know?
I know, Christian, do you know? We have a maintenance contract with him for the HVAC system, so do we just go with him for the work? Since we already have a maintenance contract for that building? All buildings, but I mean, just replace all of
Something
that.
new, right?
We would put out bids to try to find other people to come in.
I don't know off the top of my head what's required for in, are the requirements even?
This
Typically, it's-
dollar amount is not exceeding the amount that you have to go out for bid.
Is it 10 or what is the
The bid's 19.5.
what is the amount we have to go out?
It's astronomical. It's
Really?
60.
Oh, okay. So I would say we're probably okay to entertain their bid unless we think it's not reasonable, then we could probably look elsewhere, right?
Yeah.
Because our
really-
contract doesn't specify that that's part of it.
No,
So,
it's just the maintenance and upkeep.
okay.
He is a genuine guy, though I don't know if you guys have met him. Like, he's friends with Brittany, the gal that subs for us a lot, and she's like said that he's always talking to her. What can I do to save the school money? How can I, to try to save us money?
Well, bill us for all your hours, so.
It's a discount, it's part of the thing too, so.
Um,
But, and if we approve it, he can get it done like in the next 3 weeks.
so how much have we already spent on trying to fix what we have?
I tried adding it up, but a lot of the bills I paid with my credit card, so I was trying to find it all. I think we're at least 5,000 into it now. Yeah, he said we're throwing good money after bad right now. He's like, I want to stop the
Like, we need
bleed.
to stop.
That's probably why we got such a good deal.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, unhidden things.
I did message somebody got it from and I still have gotten nothing in response.
Well, no, because that was going out the door and they were doing a happy dance.
It's like not our problem.
There it goes.
Disappointing. Disappointing for sure. But
Okay, well, and we would use money from our,
we can use the interlocal money
interlocal money,
Mhm.
yes.
because our building reserve money is, if we use that, we'll have.
So my thought is if they're available to do it sooner rather than later, we have the money to do it. They're known and trusted. Why do we want to make it more difficult? Let's just, I think we go with it. That's my.
I'm okay going with it.
Okay, somebody make a motion.
I'll make a motion. Except you, it's Montana Heating and Cooling Estimate.
I would say.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Okay. Acknowledge MEOs asking to open negotiations and form a committee. Didn't they do a 2-year contract?
They, I
For
talked to
money.
Michelle and she, because like, I'm just doing, so I think we all misunderstood. They were only doing a 2-year on the wage portion.
Oh,
I know it was 2-year on the.
Okay,
That's what I have,
okay.
not the whole contract.
That's
That's
our
2-year
understanding.
on the
Okay.
wages with the, yeah, no, I do
So
that.
language can always be opened.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
and it doesn't, even if they did a 2-year, if they wanted to open it, they can request to open it as the same as the board could have requested to open it, even if it was a 2-year contract.
Right, okay, all right.
Right, yeah, I had the same thought, and then I was like, oh, wait, it's.
Yeah, no,
We
I
talked
knew.
about keeping that salary schedule and the raise for 2 years, because we did it this year and this year, yeah. So.
Okay, who wants,
We're just acknowledging it, or are we
and
also?
form a committee, who wants to be on it?
And I'll do that.
Last year,
So it was Cammy and Sherry last year.
Tammy, Sherry last year,
The year before was it you still?
me and,
Cammy and Lily.
me and Tammy,
I
so.
mean, I'll do it either year. Who else, who are the teachers? I'm just kidding.
Katie and Brad.
Katie and Brad.
So one of the same and.
If she hasn't been signed up.
Is it January and mine?
Okay, I'll do it one more year. Continuity of the 2 years.
All right, and
Okay.
I'll do
If
it,
you-
give Tammy, I'll
do you
give
wanna-
Tammy a year off.
Okay,
Who's willing?
I'm okay with that, yeah.
Okay, do you call the motion?
I will make a motion to open negotiation.
Do we have to do the committee part as part of this motion or
Open negotiations and
And form committee.
form the committee?
will be a committee.
Wait, I'll second that.
Any more discussion? All those in favor?
Alright.
Aye. Anyone opposed? We should put Rob on this time. Oh, it's fine, he can't do it. Yeah.
Oh,
I know. He gets out of it all the
Oh,
time.
but you can be on the other round table.
Yeah.
The evaluation tool. Look at your face.
No, we couldn't because
Oh,
No.
you just choose a tool.
we get him on something.
Oh.
That's okay.
Cotton candy duty.
There you go.
What does that mean?
In February. Okay. Remind.
It's in the teens week.
Okay.
Okay, anything else?
Can
No?
I ask you a question? I guess I'm seeing on the MHC, like the debit cards and the credit cards, we pay extra fees. Can we do a check?
Yeah,
Okay.
this definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
The other stuff he doesn't charge us a fee for, it's just the.
Like that's a.
As long as the
big
postal
dollar
workers
for a-
lose it in the line.
Well, he's gone now.
I know, it's just teasing.
It's a nightmare.
Was having also bills.
Yeah, did they ever find, did,
So far, I've heard from 2 of the merchants that I mailed checks to, they got their checks.
okay, good.
And then I've gotten a late
They
bill
made their
for the one
way.
that you had.
Okay,
I have a feeling that it's the payroll stuff that got lost.
Yeah.
It didn't even have a postmark on it.
No, because it doesn't get postmarked till it gets to Missoula or something.
and so, and he picks it up and takes it into Kalispell. That was an accident waiting to happen, wasn't it? Okay, anybody wants to do the next one?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
All right, all those in favor? Aye, opposed, no, thank you, everyone.
Literacy night, family engagement on Thursday, starting at 5. It's a literacy escape room that has themed with books and dress up and costumes and stickers, and all sorts of really fun things. Yeah, so please come start 5 o'clock. And Stephanie's dressing up as the White Witch.
So excited.
And the Shin is going to be Dorothy. I'm Tinkerbell. There's the girl from Secret Garden. And a
I'm just
couple
wearing
others.
my big fur coat.
Yes, and so there's
in our-
there'll be a bunch of tables that are each themed like the book, and you have to complete a puzzle of some type to get to the next location and follow your map because you have to try to find the white witch who stole Aslan's crown and get it back.
How long does this go?
An hour. I'll take pictures and see.
It's crazy. All the furniture is built for.
I sent this. Information. No, Sherry needs to.